Ever seen a Biewer Terrier trotting through a park and thought, that's just a tiny, harmless fluff ball I could carry around in a purse? Yeah, that's what every first-time Buer owner thought. And every single one of them will tell you, that little dog walked into their home and quietly took over their entire life within 48 hours. Today, we're counting down 10 things nobody warns you about before you share your house with one. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. A walking shadow. You will never use the bathroom alone again. Not once. Buers don't just follow you from room to room. They develop a supernatural ability to sense when you've moved 3 inches and appear at your heels before you even register you stood up. It's like living with a tiny, 4-legged security detail that weighs 6 pounds and has strong opinions about closed doors. If you value personal space, this breed will rewrite your definition of it. But wait until you hear what happens when you actually do leave the house. Number 9. The grooming never ends. That silky, flowing coat doesn't maintain itself. Biewer Terriers have hair that grows continuously, no shedding season, just constant growth, which means you'll either become best friends with a professional groomer every 4 weeks or learn to work a pair of clippers yourself. And brushing? Daily. Miss 2 days and those fine hairs mat up faster than headphones in a pocket. Speaking of things that will surprise you, number 8 reveals just how sharp this tiny brain really is. Number 8. Too smart for comfort. Nobody expects a 6-pound dog to outthink them, but Buers figure out patterns faster than you establish them. They'll learn where you stash the treats, memorize exactly which drawer holds the leash, and train you to respond to their specific barks before you realize you're the one being trained. You didn't adopt a dog. You acquired a tiny negotiator who already knows your weaknesses and isn't afraid to exploit them. But that intelligence has a dark side, and it comes with a voice. Number 7. The voice of an alarm system. For a dog that fits in a handbag, the Biewer Terrier produces a bark that sounds like it belongs to an animal 4 times its size. Doorbell? Bark. Squirrel outside the window? Bark. A leaf moved suspiciously? Bark. They're not just being noisy. They're convinced they're guarding a kingdom, and they take that job with comical seriousness. But here's what most breeders won't tell you up front. Number 6 is the one that breaks hearts. Number 6. They cannot stand being alone. Buers bond so intensely that separation anxiety isn't a possibility. It's practically a guarantee if you don't train for it early. Leave for work without preparation and you'll come home to a dog who spent the last 6 hours howling, pacing, and possibly redecorating your couch with its anxiety. This isn't stubbornness or spite. It's affection in its purest form. They simply cannot comprehend why you'd ever want to exist in a different room. But speaking of that intensity, wait until you hear about their favorite person. Number 5. You belong to them now. Most dogs love the whole family. A Biewer Terrier loves the whole family. But one person becomes their sun, moon, and everything in between. If you're that person, congratulations. You now have a tiny soulmate who will stare at you like you personally hung the stars. If you're not the chosen one in your household, well, you'll still get affection. Just the kind that feels slightly like they're settling. And here's where it gets complicated. Number 4 is the reason so many first-time owners give up too soon. Number 4. Big dog energy, tiny body. Buers don't know they're small. They'll square up to a Great Dane at the dog park with the confidence of a heavyweight champion and no awareness that they'd fit inside that dog's mouth. This makes them fearless, entertaining, and occasionally terrifying. Especially when you're the one holding the leash while they challenge a Rottweiler to a staring contest. You'll learn to read their body language fast because they never back down from anything. But the biggest shock for most owners is still coming. Number 3. Stubbornness, wrapped in silk. You'd think a dog this small would be easy to push around. You'd be wrong. Biewer Terriers possess a quiet, immovable stubbornness that surfaces the moment they decide they don't feel like cooperating. Come? They'll get back to you. Training requires patience, consistency, and, most importantly, making them think every command was their idea in the first place. But if you're worried this sounds like too much work, number 2 will change your mind completely. Number 2, the surprising family dog. Despite the diva reputation, Biewers thrive in families. They're gentle with respectful children, endlessly playful, and bring a lightness to any home they enter. They'll invent games you didn't teach them, bring you toys when you're sad, and somehow know exactly when to curl up on your lap and just be still. They're not just dogs. They're tiny, living mood rings with impeccable timing and surprisingly deep emotional intelligence. But the one thing that makes every owner say, "I'd do it all again," is number 1. Number 1, a love that changes you. At some point, maybe it's week 2, maybe it's month 6, you'll realize this dog didn't just join your life. They rearranged it. You'll find yourself rushing home a little faster, laughing a little easier, and feeling genuinely seen by an animal who fits in the crook of your arm. A Biewer Terrier doesn't just share your home. They dedicate their entire existence to being your companion, your shadow, and your most consistent source of unconditional joy. So guys, this is the tiny breed that sneaks into your heart through the side door and never leaves. If this video made you smile, give it a like and share it with someone who's thinking about getting a Biewer Terrier. Did I miss any classic Buer quirks? Drop them in the comments. I love hearing your stories. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.